very windy today, so don't think it's going to fly quite as well as it did yesterday. But what I've done is I've taken out the takeoff command from the mission. So all there is now is waypoint, 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 and then land. And I tried switching in and out of the modes, and its altitude is set at 0 here, so I'm pretty sure that this one is going to go okay. Launching in manual mode. And let's try return to launch. No, it's not okay. What the hell? Okay, now looks like it's sorted itself out after that first little bit of crazy, and it's okay. Well, that's weird. I wonder why. I wonder if yesterday when I put it into return to launch and it sort of started aiming at those trees like it just did now, maybe it would have actually gained altitude and done what it's supposed to like this, and I just didn't give it enough time. But then again, I kind of think it should have started climbing much quicker than it did. It just wasn't wanting to climb at all. Alright, let's try the mission, see what happens. Pretty sure this should work. I actually changed the mission a little bit so that it doesn't go so far away in that direction. Just makes it a little bit easier to see because it's a really small plane. And I also changed the height that it crosses the fence there because the cows are in that paddock today. Well, that's a bit weird. I wonder if I'm supposed to lower the throttle when it's trying to land, because it cut the throttle there and then it turned it back on again, and the throttle was on when it hit the ground. Now this was the problem yesterday when I switched back into auto. The altitude would jump. Now it hasn't gone anywhere today, and I'm also suspecting that my mission reset switch might have had something to do with it. So let me try a mission reset switch. Everything looks fine. So the only thing I've changed is that I took out the auto-takeoff command. Right, I think we're good to go. It's not having that problem today. I'll just let it get up quite high before I do the return to launch. And see if it makes any difference. Okay, ready? Return to launch. Oh, that's better. Didn't do anything strange at all this time. Looks fine. Alright, so I think we're not going to have any troubles today. Look at it trying to push through the wind. Alright, so let's do the mission. Switch. Alright, looks fine. Yeah, it was a bit rough, and it's sort of about 40 meters away from where it was last time, just here I think. But no issues. That's good. Alright, so hopefully it's not thinking that it's 40 meters above where it actually is. And we will find out what it thinks when we hit the return to home switch in just a second. Right about there. Okay, it's good. For some reason it's heading to the left here. Did that once yesterday too, it's a bit strange. But then it gets back on track. I'm really confused by the setting of the home position. Sometimes it seems like it's where you first turned the plane on or where it first got the GPS fix. Sometimes it seems to be where you armed it. And then if you have a mission, you can set the home location as a mission command. Right, let's just do one more mission while we're talking about missions. Shit, what was that? Oh, I didn't reset the mission? Okay, I didn't reset the mission, fair enough. So it just sort of tried to land where it was, I think, is what was going on there. So I quickly flipped into return to home. Now, let me reset the mission with the switch and then go into auto mode and see if that helps. Oh, look at that, it worked today. Yeah, everything's working. So what I'm suspecting is that there might be a bug of some kind in the auto-takeoff command. Because that's really the only thing that I've changed since yesterday. I just took that command out. Turn. Yes, good. And everything else is just the same, really. I might experiment with this land setting because it still comes in pretty damn hot. And what I might try doing is right about here I will drop the throttle to 0. That was quite a nice landing. It's about 80 meters away from where so it's 40 meters away there and 80 meters away there now, so it's not very accurate, but it's quite windy, so maybe that's playing a part. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this, but see the icon of the plane? It's just going around and around and around non-stop. It's been doing this for about 2 minutes. And over here we have error compass variance. There you go, plane spinning around and around, but the plane is just sitting over there, it's not going anywhere. So this is a bit strange. Wasn't doing this in the last flight. All I've done here is switch batteries. Well, that problem with the compass variance and the plane spinning around on the ground display on the ground control station was just solved by resetting the board, so I didn't need to calibrate the compass again, fortunately. But you just got to keep your eye on those things, don't you? Never know what the hell's going to happen. So the wind has died down and I just have one battery left. All I'm going to do is practice some landings. I twiddled with the flare altitude and the flare timing, the time before hitting the ground that it decides to cut the motor and go like this a little bit, and just see how nice a landing we can get, and that'll be the end of the video finally. And I also want to see what happens if I switch into return to launch right here. So it's, yeah, that problem still exists. So that problem is that you can't do a return to launch right after launching. Now probably if I do it from this height and after waiting a little bit longer, that is okay. Yeah, so that's fine, but yeah, that's good. But it seems like you can't switch into return to launch within about, say, 10 seconds or so of launching in manual mode, which is a bit strange because with my C1 Chaser, when I was using the Radiolink mini picks, I did that quite often. I'd launch, and then as soon as I got the plane about, say, 15-20 meters up above the ground, I'd just hit return to launch and it would be fine. But this one doesn't want to do it straight away. So that's good. Let's do the mission. See how it goes here. So it should be a little bit lower there, but not quite that much. Manual mode. And I'll try again to do an early return to launch like this. Oh, it might be alright. Looks kind of low. I wonder if it's just having a little bit of trouble climbing, because it's quite slow to climb. I mean, I can climb it faster than that when I'm flying in manual mode, but the autonomous modes, it seems to be quite slow. Alright, let's auto mode from here. Looks good. It's actually quite high this time now. Alright, so let's see how close it can get to where I am now. And I'll put the throttle to 0 right here, just in case it makes any difference. Oh, that was a pretty nice landing. So, that was about where if I had just stayed there, that's right where it would be. Right where I would be, rather. That was good. Alright, so this time I will stay here. Oh, it is actually kind of difficult to climb. Maybe a little bit more so than yesterday, probably because it has the run cam split on there now. Yeah, I'm holding a lot of back stick here, so maybe that's the only problem it was having with getting to return to launch height quick enough. Alright, let's do a return to launch from here. I lost a lot of height there at the start for some reason. I thought it would have kept the height, but maybe it took a little bit of time to realize that it needed a lot of up elevator. It's pretty damn good, really. I mean, I did a lot of complaining and swearing yesterday, but 180 grams, and it's not expensive either. To think that some little thing like that can do all this. It has telemetry on it too, remember? There we go, coming straight at me, a little bit. I'm not sure what's up with that, see? Oh, fairly nice landing, but this has got to be at least 100 meters away from where it was last time. Might be pushing my luck here, but I'm going to try for one last run out of this battery. It's probably okay. But it has been running the run cam split the whole time, so might not be. So what I'm going to try and do this time is right after launch I'm going to go into auto mode straight away. Alright, so we're there. A little bit more speed please. Alright, auto mode. Yep, looks alright. And put the throttle to 0 here just to test what would happen. Looks okay. So I'm just not going to touch anything until it lands. Turns alright. Just listening carefully for any beeps, but then I just realised that the beeper is not on there anyway, so looks like we're okay. Hope so, because it's got to come over these silly cows in the way. Right, looks good. Yeah, very tempting, but we saw what happened yesterday. Oh, I could have caught it, you know. So even though the altitude is not that great, I mean the actual point on the ground where it touches down and stops is not too accurate. You saw how I didn't move at all there, and it flew directly over my head. So as far as the line that it tracks along, it's really good.